Mother Earth is dying. Duh. I mean, everyone who watches the Discovery Channel should know, right? We, as humans, are turning our back against great nature and mercilessly extorting and destroying it. We're inventing and abusing evil and unnecessary technology that corrupts the air and defiles the soils. Most of all, we're releasing terrible gases that increase the temperature of the Earth, therefore causing horrible artificial disasters and endangering many species. And of course, behind all this is the evil and greedy corporates, backed by the Bush administration, right? Or is it? Did you know that the recent years were not the first time that this "the world is ending" syndrome has broken through? 40 years ago, we were making the predictions that the world would end in right about now. Listen to a few primary sources from back then. The battle to feed humanity is over. In the 1970s and the 1980s, hundreds of millions of people were starved to death in spite of any crash programs embarked upon now. From The Population Bomb by Paul Ehrlich, written in 1968. Threat of a new ice age must now stand alongside nuclear war as a likely source of wholesale death and misery for mankind. From The International Wildlife by Nigel Calder in 1975. Hundreds and millions of people will soon perish in smog disasters in New York and Los Angeles. The oceans will die of DDT poisoning by 1979, and the U.S. life expectancy will drop to 42 years by 1980s due to cancer epidemics. Again, by Paul Ehrlich in his book The Lamparts, written in 1969. The actual results? The Environmental Protection Agency tells us. Between 1970 and 1999, total emissions of 6 principal air pollutants decreased 31%. These improvements occurred simultaneously with significant increases in the nation's populations, economic growth, and travel, and are a result of effective implementation of clean air laws and regulations, as well as enhancements in the efficiency of industrial technologies. None of these predictions actually came true. They were groundless speculations. But what are we doing now? Let us hear some quotes from the famous movie, Mr. Al Gore's An Inconvenient Truth. Within the decade, there will be no more snows of Mount Kilimanjaro and Kenya. Temperature increases are taking place all around the world. The Arctic is experiencing faster melting. Sea level worldwide will go up to 20 feet. None of these are even scientifically plausible. Despite all the evidence, we continue to make these foolish doomsday prophecies. Despite the fact that only 3% of the Earth's carbon dioxide emissions are artificial and man-made. Despite the fact that Earth regularly and naturally goes through these climate changes. Despite the fact that we have just emerged from what is now known as the Little Ice Age. Despite the fact that solar activity and not carbon dioxide emission are the main cause of global warming. But wait a moment. I thought the scientists all agreed. They know what they're talking about, don't they? Well, listen to this report. An analysis carried out by the Citizens for a Sound Economy, known as the CSE, shows that fully 90% of the scientists who have signed a letter frequently cited by Clinton-Gore administration officials as an evidence of scientific consensus on global warming are not qualified to be called experts on the issue. The letter, circulated by the environmental group Ozone Action, offers the name of some 2,600 alleged experts on climate change, only one of whom, in fact, is a meteorologist. Among these so-called experts on global warming are a plastic surgeon, 2 landscape architects, 1 hotel administrator, a gynecologist, 7 linguists, and even one person whose academic background is in traditional Chinese medicine? No, no, no. Nothing has changed. The truth never changes, or our perception of it. The earth is doing what it had been doing and what it will do for quite some time. The truth never changes, not even over time. Especially the fact that we're all gullible idiots.